Now let us try to understand one important industry standard while creating the methods. So these standards are very important when you are creating real-time applications, because every company will be usually having their own standards. Okay, at least you have to understand few standards which are really useful for creating the real-time applications. So one such kind of standard is, when you are creating a method, let us assume say you are creating a method with some name in your class, and usually when you are giving the parameters something like this, so many people will be usually giving more than 4 parameters inside this method declaration or in the parameters position. Okay, as per industry standards, it is highly recommended to restrict your number of parameters to maximum 4. Okay, so that is the usual standard, but some companies may be having maximum 5 parameters limit also, but usual standard is 4 parameters. Okay, so do not try to exceed more than this. Okay, so you need to remember this standard. So anyhow, you will be writing return statement over here in order to complete your code properly. Now let me give you an assignment based on the methods calling. So let me create a new project. Now my requirement is, you need to create a class with some name something like this, and try to create a method which is returning character data type, and if you want you can take few parameters. Now from this method you try to return some character. It can be any kind of character, it doesn't matter. Now let me return hash symbol. Similar way, you need to create one more method with the return type double, with the name m2, return some double value 10.678. You remember, when you are writing double value, you no need to specify any extra character, but in case of float you have to specify f. Okay, similar way, you create one more method with the return type float, and if you want you can take some parameters, string s, say maybe bool b, your wish, you can take anything inside this method parameters list, and you try to return some number something like this. Now your actual assignment is, from this main method you have to call all these methods m1, m2 and then m3 methods. In fact I have to give the method name as m3 here. So you need to call method m1, m2 and m3 methods present in class A from this main method. Okay, so that is what is your assignment. So how will you do this? First of all, you need to create the object of class A, and by using that object variable you have to call these methods, and while calling the methods you have to pass the appropriate values. So first I recommend you to complete this assignment on your own using Visual Studio, and later you can look for the solution. In the same video you can look for the solution. Okay, so I believe you completed the assignment. If you want you can cross check your code with this code. First you need to create object of class A. What next? Call method m1 which is taking one int, one string and one boolean. So pass one integer, pass one string, pass a boolean value. What is the return type of this function? Method m1 or function m1 is returning character type. Blindly you declare char variable. Okay, similar way. How to call the second method? Again as usual, a dot m2. So what is the return type of method m2? Double. So which kind of variable you need to declare for capturing the output? So definitely you need to declare double type of variable. Next, if you observe carefully, I am not passing anything into this method m2. Why we are not passing? Because this method m2 is not taking anything, so you should not pass anything. Similar way, How to call the third method? As usual, a.m3, it is expecting two parameters. One string, you can pass any string. Maybe hello, and what next? A boolean value. So let me pass either true or false. So let me pass false. So what is the return type of this method M3? Method M3 is returning float. So you declare a float variable for capturing the output. Similar way, as usual, in order to print the output, you can write console dot write line of C1. Similar way, you write D1, and here you write F1, and as usual you write console dot read line. So if you execute this program, so you can able to see the output over here. So this is the complete program. I believe you understood.